Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Everything that I use in this video will be listed down below. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss whenever I post another video. I'm doing another cute Valentine's Day look, and I'm going pretty much off the colors of my nails. I'm starting off with this pink shade, and I'm just placing that on the outer corner, not all the way in the corner. And I'm just tapping it into place, basically building that color up before blending out the edges. And you want to do this if you want that pink to be really intense. Now I'm going in with my transition color, and I'm using this blush shade, and I'm just going to apply that right above as well as a little on top of that pink shade, just to blend those two colors together. And I'm going to build this color up just a little bit because I want it to show through and have like a smooth transition from that pink shade to this. Now I'm gonna go back into this darker pink shade, and I'm just applying that right in that outer corner, building it up a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit in that crease area, because I really wanted this color to show through, and I didn't want it to kind of like disappear a little bit when I go to do my cut crease. And without me adding anything onto the brushes, I'm just blending those two shades together, again making sure that I have a smooth transition. Now I'm going to repeat the same steps on this side. Now it's time to do the cut crease, and I'm going in and using the guide method, which I'm just putting that concealer close to my lash line and looking up. This will help you get the perfect cut crease each time. For this particular look, I did not have to do a cut crease, but I just decided to go ahead and do one. I always change my mind when it comes to looks at the last minute, and this is what happened right here. That's why I ended up doing the cut crease, because I was going for something different and then I changed my mind. To set the concealer, I'm just going in with some translucent powder. I like to do this so that I don't receive any creasing. Again, I'm just repeating the same steps on the opposite side. Now once that's done, whatever is remaining on the brush, which shouldn't be much, I'm just blending in that color with that concealer to make sure I get rid of that harsh line. When you're doing a cut crease with glitter, you don't really necessarily have to do this step. I just love to do it. Before applying my glitter, I'm going in with some glitter primer. It's basically a glitter glue, and I'm just applying that everywhere that I applied that concealer. That's why I said you didn't really have to do the concealer. That part was optional. Again, I just did that because I was going for a different look at first and decided to change my mind. Once you are satisfied with the placement of the glue, you just go ahead and tap in that glitter. And I'm just tapping in this glitter everywhere that I applied the glue. Sorry, it is thundering outside. I'm just making sure that I tap that glitter in everywhere, making sure that I don't miss anywhere, really packing it on. A little actually goes a long way with this glitter. It actually sticks as soon as you tap it, so you don't really have to press that hard. You're going to repeat the same steps. Now that I have the eyes semi-done, I'm going in with my primer and I'm only applying this to my face. My forehead is already done. And now I'm going in with my foundation. And I'm going to blend this foundation out. And I'm really taking my time with doing this. The video is sped up. That's why it looks like I'm going really fast. And that is just so that the video don't be too long. And I just like to blend this all the way out, making sure that I really take my time so I make sure I have the coverage that I need. Now I'm going in with a little bit of concealer just to highlight underneath my eyes. I'm also going to apply this down the center of my nose, my forehead, my chin, as well as my cupid's bow. And I'm going to let that sit for a little while and apply some translucent powder to the remaining of my face just to set that foundation into place. Now I'm going to blend out my chin area because if I let that sit for too long, that dot will just be sitting there and you can see it through the rest of my makeup, and you don't want that to happen. The same thing with the forehead. I let my under eyes sit for a little longer because I want that coverage. I like to blend out my concealer on my nose with my finger because I feel like it worked better when I start off blending it with my finger and then drying it down with the brush. And as you can see, it worked perfect. And I'm just taking that brush and blending that concealer in between my nose and my forehead together. Now I'm blending out underneath my eyes, very lightly tapping that in. And as you can see, this concealer is like the perfect concealer to brighten under the eyes. You can go lighter if you want to. I honestly forgot I had this concealer and I'm glad I found it because it's like the perfect shade for me. Now I'm just going in with this beauty blender, basically just pushing the remaining concealer upward as well as removing some of the excess concealer I may have before going in with this translucent powder. And I'm just dipping in the translucent powder, tapping off the excess on the back of my hand before applying it underneath my eyes. And you can do it this way or you can apply a little more. It just all depends on what look you're going for. And I'm going to apply a little more and let that sit for a little while, not too long. I don't want to bake. And I'm really just making sure that I apply enough on the sides of my nose as well as on top of my nose, because my nose is what gets the oiliest. Whatever is remaining on that sponge is what I use on top of my forehead, because I already kind of set my forehead. Now I'm going in with my bronzer just to add a little color back into my face. And I'm just using a little bit of that because a little goes a long way. You can use more if you want. It just depends on how you feel. And I'm just blending this out, making sure that I blend it upward towards my eye and making sure I blend it into my hairline as well. I like to take my foundation brush and blend out the edges of that bronzer, making sure that I really take my time with doing this step so that I don't have any harsh lines. And as you can see, me blending out the edges, I kind of dust away some of that powder underneath my eyes. Now I'm going in and cleaning up underneath the bronzer, making sure that that line is nice and crispy. This part is optional. You don't have to do this, but it also helps to set that foundation into place, even though I already did. And I also took whatever leftover I had and applied that to that area with the bronzer. Now I'm using that same brush that I used for the bronzer, and I'm going in with a pressed powder to apply that everywhere to kind of dust away that powder. And as you can see with under my eyes, I'm not necessarily dusting it away. I'm pretty much just pressing it in and then dusting it away. Going in with that foundation brush to help blend that out as well as dust away the excess powder. Really making sure that everything is pretty much blended together before going in with this setting spray. And I like to use two different setting sprays. One is to melt everything together and the other one is to set everything in place. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and I will see you in the next one.